everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Raiders have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Colts, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it was 1 year ago today on Christmas Eve. These fans thought they'd seen the final Raiders home game in Oakland. They got a reprieve, but that day might be here again. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Geno Smith has always loved the game of football. Dissects a lot of film, really is invested that way, has a good live arm. Should use his feet a little bit more to help himself out. His mobility never in question, but he likes to stay in the pocket and not leave it.
He'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eifert, the man in motion. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And an electric scamper there from the second-round pick in 2013 out of Michigan State.
And how about the way he's remade his body in the NFL? You remember back at Michigan State, big, thick, bruising runner. Yeah, he had some speed, he had some agility, but now he's slimmed down and he's gotten even quicker, which has led to more runs like the one we just saw there.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. The tight end changing his position. On second down, it's Bell. And some space here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Frank Gore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick, Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This is the fullback, Janovich. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They come out here in the eye. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Gore back there is the lone setback. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Bell. It's a room to maneuver. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful throw.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And a cut to the sideline. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, you know I always tend to lean towards the defensive guys. But in this case, I have no defense. How about that run right there?
Yeah, just a tip of the cap to Le'Veon Bell, and that's what he can do. You think some people back in 2013 that had first-round picks wish that they would have taken him?
That's when you go back to your scouting department and say, what exactly did we miss here? Maybe some people have some new jobs. He's a big-time player, and if they don't start getting him on the ground here quickly, he's going to pile up a huge game.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Rodgers to throw on second down. Got his man, it's Eifert. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. Now Bell. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. In motion, the tight end. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
When Le'Veon Bell gets going, and he starts galloping, and he piles up yards, his team usually wins. And that's exactly what they're doing here.
In 2015, he had the MCL, PCL injury. Some people were worried. It looks pretty good here in this one.
That tells you there's a whole lot of rehab that went into that, a lot of determination to get back and get back to his present form, which is awfully good.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They come out here in the eye. They run it with Janovich, the fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Over here. Over here. Hurry up.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the call here. And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 29. 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Smith now on second down. Surveying the field. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the kick. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Gino on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were in bounds, and they were.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Gore back there is the lone setback. To the air again, Smith. And he's got some space here. The ball comes out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So out come the Raiders. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
319!
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Tate's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26. And a look here at the Colts defense. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. So back-to-back games here of great production and just, you know, his cuts. They're so quick last week and this week.
That comes from confidence, I think. He understands what the defense is trying to do, but I think he has so much belief in his offensive line that he's just saying the block's going to be there. I'm not worried about it. And we saw that last week. In fact, they were so good last week on the flight home. I actually plugged in the game and watched the offensive line play one more time. I was so impressed by them. And they're carrying it over to this week. And, of course, when you got big-time runner behind them, that's a pretty good combination.
Doesn't hurt. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack. Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
To the left side here for Eifert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The rookie Mackenzie Alexander in there for the tackle. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels. Defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal here from the 9. They'll try and run with their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now it's 2nd and goal. They run it again with Janovich. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
319. Easy. Hey, check 26.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And it's third down and goal from the 4. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play clock winding down. They'll run it with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But just
blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Still back there. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's brought down after a good gain. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Gino on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and 10. Smith again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Gore back there is the lone setback. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Desperation time for Smith, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The tight end in motion right. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 10 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why they're points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They go back to the air here after the INT. They go with a screen to Gore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In motion goes the tight end. This is Bell. Room here to run. Cuts back left sideline. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 41 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. In motion, the tight end. Now Bell. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
And now we've got that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's at least...
She's on, like, the fifth tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Smith on first down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there. And
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Perry Riley in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Here's Jackson. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year,
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. They come out here in the eye.
26.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Little motion now from the tight end. A give to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Bell. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.